27 June 1940, 09:23 hours. Owing to the fact that U-48 was in need of repairs and inspection, and the crew being strained from several missions, I arranged for 3 weeks shore leave for the men. I sent them to a resort in the Alps as reward for their hard work. Though typically a winter resort, the pastoral views of the Alps in June are quite majestic. During this time, the occupation of Norway and Denmark had proven successful, but we also received word that the campaign to move through France was victorious. This opened up access to several new ports for the U-boat flotillas, and has since presented a much happier time for U-boat captains to hunt. To this end, U-48 was given new orders by BDU to patrol the waters north of Ireland and sink 7,000 tons of Allied shipping. For this mission, we will be transiting through the North Sea and around the northernmost point of Scotland, which should prove an easier route than through the English Channel, though intelligence reports indicate an increased presence of escort ships in the area. It is not surprising, though, as all of the lands around Great Britain are now their enemy. They need to protect these ports as much as possible. 30 June 1940, 22:41 hours. U-48 arrived in his patrol sectors and the crew prepares to hunt. We have encountered our hydrophone contact, and its behavior was a bit of a giveaway, but we just got confirmation that it is a group of warships that we do not want to tangle with. So we're going to go ahead and change a course to get away from them. At Silent 1, we're going to report once we've left them that we've found them. But we want to watch out for hunter-killer groups like this. They tend to either be moving very fast or not at all. And this one was not at all. We've encountered another group of 2 to 4 ships, and the first one that we spotted was an escort. This is likely another squadron of destroyers and or corvettes. What I'm looking at is this single contact further south. You reporting? Okay, that's another group further north. I'm going to try and sneak past this group here to take on the single contact further south. I want to make sure that I don't attract their attention. There's another single. This might be worth hitting first, depending on what they do. Keep an ear out for them. And there it is. So this did turn out to be a trio of warships, but there is a single freighter here. Let's plot their course and ready an intercept. They're going to go right in front of us. Alright, steady as she goes. And we're far enough past their detection screen, they're not going to hear us. They're going to hear that explode, but they're not going to hear us. Okay, let's get ourselves a preliminary speed. Looking at a speed of approximately 7 knots, using the 3-minute 15-second method. So we can go ahead and work out. They are 7 knots. Their course is almost due east. Exactly. Okay, I think we're going to fire when they are about 1,100 meters away. Let's make sure that our torpedo tubes are ready. Okay, we are just about ready for our shot. We're looking at a distance of 126. Flood tube 1. Let's go magnetic pistol. Three-meter depth. Let's wait until he's a little further in front of me. Let's aim for 1032. Okay. Tube 1 flooded. Los!
Los! Sekunden.
(22:22 hours). The unidentified freighter was reported sunk. With the nighttime fog so dense, I ordered U-48 to pull up to the lifeboats to take aboard officers and give supplies to the sailors. The captain of the freighter was furious, shouting that they were a Swiss ship and were not to have been attacked. However, several parts of his story did not add up. The survivors in the lifeboats were heard speaking English, and the lifeboats themselves had Norwegian markings. I explained to the captain that he and his chief engineer will be my guests and will be treated as well as possible aboard my boat, and if the story checks out, then he has my sincerest apologies. But if it does not, then he can expect an extended stay in Germany. I ordered U-48 to leave the area in all haste as the sinking of the freighter attracted the attention of the nearby warship squadron. Additionally, we had another lone hydrophone contact to chase down. We have encountered the original single contact that we were tracking before we encountered the false flag, suspected false flag freighter. We're going to move to get past it a little bit, but we're going to close the distance, make sure we identify it. We got lucky last time.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Spanish flags. Okay, so this might be neutral. We're going to go ahead and board and inspect.
Wechseln auf Dieselmotor.
This freighter is unarmed, seems not to be escorted, and flies a neutral flag. The prize rules allow us to sink such ships, but only if we are certain that they're headed towards the enemy ports. If we lack such certainty, ideally we should investigate what it's carrying and verify its destination by performing an inspection. If we should, however, have reasons to feel certain that the ship is headed to an enemy port, we may communicate right away that we intend to sink it and proceed with the attack. I led a delegation over, accompanied by Herr Sachs and Herr Vogt, along with 6 men. After climbing the deck, my crew faced a cold welcome from the cargo ship's crew. The captain spoke German and asked what we wanted. I requested to see his shipping documents, which he handed over quickly. It appears that the ship was headed for Port of Halifax, a blockaded Allied port. Meeting with the captain again in his office, I informed him that we were required to sink the ship due to his trading with an enemy nation, and that he should evacuate his crew immediately. I suspect that this was not unexpected, though the captain still seemed quite nervous for some reason. I ordered Herr Sachs to plant explosive charges in the ship's engine room to detonate after the crew was safely in the lifeboats. I took the captain of the Spanish freighter aboard and gave food to his sailors. With the escorts in the area, I'm sure they'll be rescued soon. (0300 hours), the Spanish freighter Monte Mulhacen was reported sunk, and U-48 continued his patrol. July 1940, 10:47 hours. After spending the day dodging squadron after squadron of warships, Herr Vogt reported another lone hydrophone contact. Okay, there she is. Looks like we've got Spanish flags once again. So we're going to have to move up and inspect. So let's pull up alongside her and surface the boat.
Wechseln auf Dieselmotor.
This time I ordered Herr Meyer to lead a delegation over to the freighter, accompanied by Herr Kraus, Herr Krieger, and 6 men. Unfortunately, the captain spoke no German, and none of the men spoke Spanish, but they were able to request the shipping documents. They're written in Spanish, but the port of Vigo is referenced. It would appear that this is a neutral ship, headed to a neutral port, and everything is in order. Herr Meyer asked to search the cargo to be sure, but finds nothing out of the ordinary, just a variety of food. Herr Meyer thanked the captain for his time and apologized for the delay, and ordered the delegation back to the boat. (31 hours). After pursuing a large hydrophone contact, we came into visual range of a large convoy with several freighters and a large escort complement. It's risky, but this looks like a good target. I gave the order to dive and prepare our attack. We've got a decent shot potential right here. If I could send the torpedoes right between this destroyer and what looks to be a corvette. I'll need to get a bit closer and a little further ahead, but that might be a decent shot.
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
Sehr wohl, Herr Kaloi.
We're going to disengage and re-encounter them further ahead. A little bit better positioning.
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation!
Feindlicher Zerstörer auf 1 Uhr.
Okay, we are coming back in, and we found a perfect spot to ambush this destroyer. Which, if we can peel off at least one of the destroyers, if not both of them, that would be fantastic. Alright, this is our EF class. Let's go ahead and get our speed. Seven knots. Angle on bow is 44 degrees port. Distance 2360. Identified as Foxhound. Okay. Well, we're going to wait until HMS Foxhound gets a little closer. Let's wait until 1793 meters before we shoot. Alright, confirmed for 1793 meters. Flood tube 1.
Rohr 1, bewässern!
Put our magnetic pistol,
Bewässert.
torpedo depth 2.5 meters. Los!
Los!
Okay, the torpedo's away. We're gonna go reverse,
Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg zum Ziel.
change our angle of attack here.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
I want to be ready to dive and drop a sonar decoy. And quickly redeploy our
30
position.
Sekunden. Torpedo-Versager.
That is not good. Let's try this again.
Legen Sie den Kurs an!
Somebody in the hull of that boat just heard a resounding thunk. Distance to target. One 1918. Flood
Rohr
tube 2.
2, Bewässern!
Magnetic pistol. Depth 2 meters.
Fertig.
Los.
Los!
Zero to 24 hours. The British F-class destroyer HMS Foxhound was reported sunk. Okay. This guy's homing in on me. I'm hoping he's turned to hear the sonar decoy. We're going to try and avoid him as best we can.
Wasserbomben. Wasserbomben.
This is our opportunity to get past him. Looks like another destroyer is coming up from down here.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Sonarwellenmerkerleu.
Alright, we slowed down and they are starting to ping on their sonar. They're looking for us. Alright, with that depth charge tack, we are going to change course again. Ahead 5. They may have heard me, or they could be going back to the convoy. Either way, it looks like the convoy is split up rather considerably. I want to see if I can get into the middle of her.
Sonarwellenmerkerleu.
I don't like where this is headed. He's coming right on the exact same path as I'm on. Let's come hard to port.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten.
Try to go behind this ship.
Schiffsschau. Direkt
Looks like he's
Merkerleu.
coming in for... Yep, all back full.
Wasserbomben.
Make your depth 90 meters. Let's go ahead full. Slow down. They do seem to have lost me. Let's come up to 50 meters, put another decoy in the water. Make that 40 meters.
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
Sonarwellenmerkerleu.
Alright, they are still depth charging our sonar decoy, or at least the area around it. They're trying to ping on sonar, but there's no one actually around me. They all still think I'm over there, it seems. I want to come up to periscope depth and see what I can see.
Wasserbomben. Wasserbomben.
Yeah, they are all back there. Except for that destroyer. I don't want them to see me.
Merkerleu. Ein Sonar hat uns geortet.
We do have this freighter. So let's... maybe put a shot into them. Empire Bell. Speed is 9 knots. going fast. Here. Average.
Wasserbomben. Wasserbomben.
Course has me at... I'm actually directly behind them.
Herr Kaloi, ein Sonar hat uns geortet.
We're looking at 111.
Wasserbomben.
Distance is
Wasserbomben.
Flood Tube 1,
Rohr 1 bewässern.
magnetic pistol,
Rohr 1 bewässert.
los,
Los!
and dive. Alright, come hard to port, all back, make your depth 80 meters.
Sonarwellen, Herr Kaloi. 70.
That's annoying. I'm not registering any damage heard on the freighter we just shot.
90. Rohr 1 geladen.
Alright, this Corvette has swung around. It looks like they are on a return to the convoy. This might have gotten a little too spicy. 0341 hours. After the ineffective torpedo attack on the freighter Carolus, and with the convoy's escorts alerted to our location and returning, I ordered Herr Meyer to drop another decoy and for U-48 to disengage. The situation is rapidly becoming untenable as we are out of position for another attack. During the attack, however, we did complete the required patrol, but we are still short on Allied tonnage and will stay in the area to hunt. Okay, well, we have encountered a single hydrophone contact that just actually passed through the convoy. We were just trying to attack. This definitely looks like a much safer target and far more useful to our mission. We're going to go ahead and get an identification. Looks like British flags. Tanker, looks like a Dale class tanker. Yep, Dale class tanker. With all the ships around here, I don't want to risk surfacing and using the guns. Alright, it's traveling at 9 kilometers. It's a fair clip.
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
It's close distance before getting our angle on bow. Okay, this looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and get our angle on bow. Looking at 111 degrees. Port. Distance is 1825 meters. Let's see. Flood tube 1.
Rohr 1, bewässern.
Magnetic pistol. Identified as the Derwentdale.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Tube 1 flooded. Los.
Los!
Okay, the torpedo trigger malfunction. Gotta fire another shot. They know we're here. Let's recalculate our distance. We're looking at 1699, flood tube 2. Let's get that in here, 1699. Okay, tube 2 flooded. Los.
Los!
Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Okay, it looks like our torpedo is going to miss. We need to get a lot closer. Their avoidance maneuvers are working. We're going to close in and fire another shot. Recalculate speed. Okay, we've got another escort, looks like, off in the distance there. Okay, we're looking at 5 knots. They've slowed down. Angle on bow is... let's see, we're looking at 104 degrees. Distance is 1085. Flood tube 1.
Rohr 1, bewässern.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Los.
Los!
.0633 hours. The British Dale-class tanker, Derwentdale, was reported sunk. With so many warships in the area, I was certain that the explosion would be reported. I ordered U-48 to set a course directly away from them, and I left the area as fast as possible. Despite having suffered several torpedo malfunctions, the crew of the Black Cat performed admirably. We completed our patrol, surpassed our tonnage requirement, and successfully evaded numerous warship squadrons. Upon investigation, the ship we sunk in the fog was identified as Chasseral, and while she was flying Swiss flags, turned out to be a Norwegian freighter sailing under a false flag, as was the first ship we inspected flying Spanish flags. We got very lucky in avoiding an international incident with neutral nations. We must remain vigilant in our investigations of ships flying neutral flags. For completing his 15th war patrol, Heinz Krieger was awarded the U-boat front clasp in bronze.
kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. And gentlemen, one of the many things that give you that tip-top feeling is the pleasure of being well dressed.